Moiras Comedy.
Hi, my name is Benjamin McWilliams.
And I'm Sylvan. Welcome for the episode number 21 of Lost in Lithuania.
21, that's sweet 21. And we're here with our guest, so why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Moira.
Okay. that's all you're doing. I'm Moira. Tell us a little bit more about yourself. Where are you from? What do you do here in Lithuania?
So I am originally from Belarus. I've been here for 12 years. Now I'm trying comedy. I finished several degrees, but I guess didn't want to get a real job, so now I'm trying to make comedy out of my problems.
So you don't believe that comedy is a real job?
I've been doing it for 6 months, made no money, so I only believe if you make money, that's a job, but so far it's just volunteering for mental health.
Volunteering for mental health. Hey, you'll start getting paid gigs. So before we start talking to her, so we didn't have a show last week because I was actually in Spain, in Barcelona, for the Barcelona Fringe Festival. Yeah.
Ooh, tell us about it.
Yeah, it was actually a fun festival. I have to say, it was the first year they ever did it, and it was actually well run. It was well organized. I mean, it was a smaller thing to Edinburgh Fringe, but everything was so well organized. If I could say anything about it, like, they kept all the comedians in the loop. They told us places we can go for cheap drinks. I was only there for 2 days, or only performed for 2 days, but I was able to get on slots very easily. So that was a really fun experience. I did a special with my showrunner next in the city. It was a great show. We actually had a full house.
That's nice. It's you remember that the last time when we went in the podcast, you said that you'll go to Barcelona, and I was saying that you'll find me like in Vilnius. I'm going to Lidl. So
So how was Little? Tell us about Little.
It was amazing. Still kind of expensive for my taste, but yeah.
Still expensive for your taste? How cheap is it in Romania?
I don't know. Everything got more expensive. So just as a short notice, we will give time to our guest to say, because she's a new part of Moiras Comedy Vilnius. So meantime, since the last episode, I went to an open mic in Warsaw in Poland, and it was very good. And also I opened for a traveling comedian in Kaunas, and today, 3 days ago when you see this, in Vilnius. So long story short, the guy is from the name is Victor Patrashkan. The guy is from the same hometown as me.
Oh wow.
Same neighborhood as me, and we went to the same school.
Oh my God!
That was insane.
What's the age difference?
He's like 7 years older than me.
Okay,
so yeah, but we had the common teachers, so we had to gossip about.
So was he the one who beat you for money?
No, I never met him unfortunately before. But that would have been a pleasure to get beaten by.
I would be so happy to get beaten up by a comedian. Well, let's talk a little bit about Moira. So again, how long have you been here in Vilnius?
12 years.
Okay, so you've probably seen like the full thing of Vilnius. Like, you've seen it change a lot, haven't you? You want to comment about that? She's like, oh, it's changed for the worse.
It's the same as 12 years ago.
No, it's changed. I mean, I've been here since they still used lite. So eventually, I didn't notice the difference, but they didn't even decrease the prices. They just changed lite into euro, which is 3 times more expensive. So that was a jump. But yeah, it's changed. But when you live in it for a prolonged period of time, you don't notice these changes, which are changing gradually. But I also, for most of the time, like 6 years, I think I lived in dormitory in Kamchatka, in Saulėtekis. Those places are frozen in time, so it's the conditions of Soviet Union.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I've been to those dormitories and they probably are exactly the same.
It's like a museum that you can live inside. So.
But I feel like there's like new shopping centers. There's probably new complex. Like what about like foreigners in general? Like, you've seen more foreigners here? Like, what have you seen?
Yeah, maybe more foreigners, but COVID changed the picture a little bit. So the foreigners changed with the COVID. Also, the foreigners changed with the war, and foreigners changed with the situation with neighboring countries. So it's like it was always changing. So if to look back at 12 years, they were always foreigners, but in different periods of times, the majority of foreigners was different. So yeah, nowadays we see how to say it without being racist, like let's say,
Say it however it's
growing up I'm sorry, growing up in Belarus, like I've never seen a black person, for example.
Okay.
But here
it's full of them.
little by little I see more dark skinned people, which is for a person from Belarus is like a change, which is cool. You know, I see some other. I'm not a big fan of traveling, so it's nice to see other cultures come to you, and you meet.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, but it's
No,
like
no.
it's nice to see the variety coming to Vilnius. So yeah.
My favorite thing Moira has to say is a variety. So would you say like, no, it's okay?
You know, but let's switch it up a bit. What would be like when you're coming from Belarus to Lithuania? Was there like maybe something that was completely different about Lithuanians, or maybe like a cultural shock that you experienced? What would be like the first thing that you remember?
Yeah, I mean, the behavior of people is very different. I mean, not to criticize too much, but I come from dictatorship. I'm used to rules and order. And here we have so-called democracy, where people have rights, but people also can do all kinds of stuff in the street, which can be a little bit confusing to a person who waits for the green light or keeps to the right in public places. So it can be a little bit confusing. And of course, language is very different, very hard. And when I moved here 12 years ago, it was very different compared to what it is now, since the war in Ukraine started. For me, it was a cultural shock because I spent COVID years in Bulgaria, stuck there. Yeah, and when I came
Sorry
back,
about that.
yeah, when I came back, Lithuania was very different because everybody was speaking Russian. And when I moved here 12 years ago, everybody would decline to even make an effort to speak Russian with me. So for me, it was no other chance but like learn the language or try English and stuff. And so many times I would go places and they would be like, "Tik lietuviškai," and I'm like, okay. And then I came back from Bulgaria after COVID and everybody speaks Russian. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's so strange. I thought it was the opposite, because you said "Tik lietuviškai" means only Lithuanian, but I would think it would be the opposite. I find that like a lot of people don't want to speak Russian after the war. But again, I'm American, so they're like, no, just speak Lithuanian to me. And I'm
From my side, I think it's equal. If they speak Lithuanian or Russian, I equally don't understand what they're saying, so I don't have any problem with
The
that.
problem is not the Russian language, but a lot of Ukrainian people who came to Vilnius speak Russian. So that's what I mean. A lot of immigrants who are welcome here, because Lithuania has a very sentimental and almost intimate relationship with Ukraine. They love Ukrainian people on general level, as I perceive it. So I think many people made an effort to actually speak Russian, even if it's broken Russian. Nobody made an effort with me, but I'm from Belarus, so, and from different time migration.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, also your country is a dictatorship, so they might not be too friendly.
Yay for dictatorship.
Like,
yeah,
but you're cheering for the dictatorship.
No, like the big D. Yeah.
The big D. Oh my! No, what was I gonna say on that subject? Yeah, I just know Lithuanian. Like, you go on the streets and there's still just Ukrainian flags everywhere. There's always gonna be a Ukrainian flag, like every single street corner, which is commendable. It's great. Because when I was in Spain, when I was in Barcelona, there was nothing. Even like during the beginning part of the war, I went to France and saw like not a lot of course they supported, but there was not a lot of people on the streets supporting it. But when it's happening to your neighbor, it hits a little bit closer to home. So I think the further west you go, the less you see of it.
But yeah, anyway, Lithuanians empathize more with the Ukrainian situation because something similar happened to them a couple of years ago. Not a couple of years, a couple of decades ago.
Yeah,
So,
well,
yeah.
the history is a lot of occupation.
Yeah,
It's,
so you
you
don't
guys have catched-
don't take it personal,
Yeah.
but in the same time, yes. You know what? When I'm seeing at people from Belarus, I feel that it will not be bad. I promise. It will be more like
It's like when I see people from Belarus, I just...
Let me tell you my agenda. No, it's, as a Romanian coming here, like, okay, some people are friendly, but some of them are, like, giving you like eyes and stuff. But I guess that it's better to be from Romania than it is from being from Belarus at this very moment. I'm not sure about the future. We will see.
I do have a question. So you were saying like everyone, because it's very strange, because I feel like here they always follow the rules. Like I rarely see people running the red light, and I see, well, of course, like when you're
I'm
walking.
always doing it, like.
You're Romanian, no.
Romanian things here.
But if there are no cars and it's night and there's a
I
traffic
agree
light,
with that.
I'm going.
I
Like,
go. Yeah, that's what I do. I don't see anything. I go. It doesn't make any sense. Like
I don't see anything, I go.
no, that never happened to me. So you were saying so. In Belarus, it's like strictly enforced, like the traffic. Like
You
if
can
there's
get to jail. You can go to jail if you cross at the wrong time, not the wrong time. Let's say red light and cause some accident or something. Let's say.
but I think you can go to, if you cause an accident, you'll have problems here also.
You definitely, like now they're implementing a new rule of you cannot even cross on a bicycle, for example. You always need to get off the bicycle and walk the bicycle, which is understandable. You need to move the particular. I'm just saying that it's the rules are not just there. The rules are controlled by administrative things, which you get used to. You're like, you want to be a good citizen, so you obey, which is understandable because it's for common safety. But then you go here and it's like, oh, I feel like going, let's go.
I would say this is like the Belarusian dictatorship, like stomping it in. Like you need to follow the rules.
Yeah.
Like you.
That's why it's good to have a dictator.
I love. She's like, it's for your own good.
Yeah.
Good. It
Obey
makes sense.
every rule.
Obey. So when you're here in Lithuania, obey every rule. But I actually do find it like compared to other countries, because I was living in China, and in China it's completely different. Like everyone was crossing the street, they would look, they wouldn't see anything, they would just. They have too many people.
But didn't they introduce that in China with the credit score going down? With cameras that identify you?
So that was happening. It's like that phase kind of happened, and I left before it really impacted me on the island. But beforehand, it's like now it's changing a lot more, like into the credit system.
You wanted your freedom to cross a red light.
This is getting scary now.
I saw the video from China that they are introducing this full coverage masks so that the camera recognition doesn't work on your face, and they just.
They will make another law that it's against wearing that.
They'll keep on doing it. I mean, that's just kind of how it works. But that is crazy. So when you came here, you thought it was just somewhat lawless compared to Belarus.
These people are having too much freedom.
They have too much freedom. They're crossing the streets on a red light.
It's not like lawless. It's just you expect people behave particular way in the public, and then in Belarus, like we don't even have homeless people. They were eliminated overnight at some point.
They were eliminated overnight.
That's how I remember, from 90s growing up. So it's like, it's a theory which I remember, but memories are memories of a kid.
But of course, the government gave them a house and a job. That's why
they
they're not
sent
homeless.
them to a farm out in the countryside where they get to roam with the others.
I don't know
great.
It is, but you can hear all kinds of people in all kinds of states. Here in Lithuania, you can see like drunk people in the street doing like whatever they're doing. You can see fights and stuff like this. So
are there no drunk people in Belarus?
Maybe, but they're hidden away.
They're hidden away, like if they come out drunk.
I don't remember seeing this kind of stuff in Belarus.
When's the last time you went there?
I was a very good girl. I was a very good girl growing up, so maybe I haven't been to places where I could see that.
Okay, when's the last time you went to Belarus?
This summer.
And you saw no drunk people?
No. Not during the day, at least. Not during the day. Not like this, like by every Maxima you can smell them. So not like this.
Okay.
Not by every, but by some. I live in Fabioniški, so that's where the region where I encounter this phenomenon.
So I do have a question.
In the defense of Lithuania, I need to say that Fabioniški it's kind of an area, like it's, let's say that it's not known for for civilization and law respecting.
But the show Chernobyl was filmed there.
I know.
Some culture.
They looked at those buildings and they're like, yeah, a nuclear explosion happened here. No, I think I did have a question, but I forgot about it. I think it's something about like the rule of law and order. So people I guess people just generally just follow the laws and rules there. Like there's.
Yeah, I think we are taught a lot of things in school in general, just like respect the order. No, I was not taught that. Respect everyone. Because your good behavior is good for other people. So I come from like a little bit earlier generation where. I was also a very good girl in the family. My mom was running a regime of her own, so
She was micromanaging.
Micromanaging. Every single mom is kind of like the dictator of the family.
Yeah, so that was regime number one that I learned to live by. But then when you go out, you know that if you do something wrong, there's going to be a whole cultural judgment.
Well, this has been fascinating. It's very interesting to listen to kind of Belarus, Lithuania, and like your interpretations of it. But we are pretty much out of time today. So we'll make our ending announcements. But before, do you have anything you want to say? You tell people to follow you on whatever social media. You can check them out. Like anything you want to, go for it.
Okay, sure. I do comedy.
Really?
By the way, I do comedy because I come from Belarus with a shared trauma of the whole generation. So a lot of my comedy is about mental health and surviving skills and everything. So my whole comedy-related page is called Moira Needs to Calm Down, because I do have panic disorder and I'm sharing my personal experiences with people, and I'm trying to find friends who could relate to things I talk about and just handle it together and not be alone.
Well, that's very noble of you. And Moira, you do need to calm down. No.
And also show them that chill pill that you forgot about.
Yeah. Tell them about the chill pill.
So as a part of my comedy, I'm offering a chill pill to anyone who needs to chill a little bit. Anyone wants to try what's inside?
Sure.
Yeah. Am I gonna? Okay, I get to try it.
This one you don't need to swallow, which is very man-friendly. You just need to unpack it, unwrap it, and there is an emotional support image inside.
Okay, wait 1 second. Oh wait, is it in here? What do I do with this?
Open the pill.
But what do I do with this?
It's just instruction not to swallow.
Do not swallow.
No, don't do it. It's okay. It's biodegradable, but.
Biodegradable. It won't hurt me. Let me see. All right. Oh gosh.
I wrote the message in hand, so it might be a little bit tough to read, but I hope it gets across.
If you're reading this, it's upside down. Oh, that's a dad joke. Wow, blowjobs are part of mental health. It's okay to ask for help.
Yay!
Just like,
I love it. Do you want to wrap this up, give it to the next person? Or do you want to, wait,
you want to double it and give it to the next person?
You want to double it because I have more pills. Pills to crack,
Yeah.
Okay, and the most important announcement, Kaunas, 30th of November. In less than 2 weeks, the pub is called Erdve. We have a stand-up showcase, Lost in Lithuania, with me and Ben. Moira will be there also. We have another comedian, Rahul.
He was actually on the podcast a couple episodes, Rahul.
So come check us out. English comedy in your town in Kaunas. Hope to see you there.
Kaunas people. And then also, again, with our regular announcements, we do, if you want to ever see us do stand-up live, we're here every single Thursday and Tuesday. So Thursday here at Flow Bar, and on Tuesday at Bar Pahonia.
Yep.
Yeah.
And in Bar Pahonia now the show starts at 8:30.
Okay, 8:30. We changed the time. But again, thank you guys so much for coming in. And you guys have a wonderful day.
Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.